move things a little bit. And you guys, the picture all of a sudden it came clear. So, hi. This is Victoria Violet. I never can get my tripod to do exactly what I want it to do. This is Gypsy Roots Tarot and Travel. It's Thursday. Oh my gosh. It's been a whopper of a week. And we can't wait. I know you can't. I was eating and I didn't want this to get damaged or dirty. I know I can't wait until it's Friday, which is tomorrow. So because I won't be on tomorrow, I'm doing a reading for you today. Spirit put it on my heart to do a reading for the Libras, air signs that are ready to release toxic environments, toxic relationships, toxic one-sided love affairs, toxic friendships, whatever. We're going to be using the Weight Rider deck. We always start with our beautiful giant deck, tried and true tarot, and then we're going to implement Earth Wisdom Oracle, okay? And then we're also going to be using the Everyday Witch. So those decks are already laying here and ready for me to go. And let's go, Libra, let's go. Let's see what we can see. Okay? Thank you for joining me. Whether you join me right now or later on in the reading, I appreciate you. One of these days, I'm going to be able to afford a real camera like I used to have, my GoPro. And I didn't think I was going to be using it anymore, Libra, so I literally released it. I let it go into the universe and let someone else enjoy it. I had all the gadgets attached to the GoPro. It was awesome, but I never got to use it. So let's see what advice Spirit is going to give us in reference to letting go of these toxic relationships that are not serving us, no longer serving us, or have never served us at all. And what we've learned from them, because we do have to thank the people that come into our lives, even if they're toxic, because they're teaching us something. They're always there, just like the karmics are, to teach us a lesson of how we want to be loved and what you should accept in love. Hi, Moochie, how are you doing? Because the truth is, when we stop accepting less than what we deserve, that's when the real love, that's reciprocal, that's magical, that's beautiful comes. Okay, so let's see. Spirit, we'd like to know for Libra, for air signs in general. This is a Thursday reading because I probably won't be on till Sunday, and we want to see. We want to see what is coming and what advice you give the Libra. Again, we're using the Everyday Witch Oracle to complement this deck, and we're also using the Earth's Wisdom Oracle. What did I just say? I'm not going to be like the one tarot reader. Hi there, how are you doing? Is it Darshani? Darshani? Hi, how are you? I'm not going to be like one of my favorite tarot readers because she's hilarious. And for everything, if she feels like Spirit's been clarifying her work, she's like, I can't make it up for everything. But I can't make it up. I just said, when you're ready to let go of the toxic relationships that you've been accepting, that don't feed you, that don't give love back to you, that are not serving you at all, that's when the great I am can bring the real people to your life. And the Hierophant shows up. We all know that's the marriage card. So I can't put it any more plain than that, my folks. I cannot. And I wish you nothing but love. Something is coming in slow. So sometimes when things are coming in slow, especially when it comes to relationships, we can feel like it's just not coming at all. I might as well give up. No, not true. No, not true. And as a matter of fact, with this particular night, which is the Knight of Coins, that's even more not true. I know that doesn't even sound right. But what I mean to say is it's even more emphasis on that, yeah. And when it happens, it's not going away. It's not going away. It's coming to stay because that's the most trustworthy knight in the whole tarot deck. So it's coming. And if you let it in, it will stay. You have the World card, and of course, you're showing your goodies. So YouTube so that they won't, you know, ban my video or ban my channel, because they tend to do. Hi, Liam. I have to cover her goodies. But you have the world coming out. So whatever relationships that you're going to be starting, let's say from now to 2 weeks from now, 2 months, 2 weeks, 2 months for some of you, Spirit is telling me, and when I speak about Spirit, I speak about God. They're telling me that's a concrete relationship that you will be able to feel secure and be able to relax and fall into, for lack of a better term. Hi, is it Tasneem? Tasneem? I hope I'm saying that correctly. I apologize if I murder your names. Please forgive me. Is it Abraham and Lena? Hi, how are you guys doing? So this person is going to mean business. They're coming in. They're coming in as the Emperor themselves. So whoever's coming towards you, male or female, it doesn't matter, same sex, I don't care. That's your business. They're coming in, this new person, and they're going to mean what they say. So if they tell you, I like you and I think I'd like to date you. If they tell you, I love you, because they're already in a relationship with you, I really, Libra, they know Libra. So again, I cannot do. I can only advise. I can only tell you what my cards tell me, and I go by what I intuitively get nudges or literal words, because I'm clairvoyant, I'm clairaudient, clairsentient. So when Spirit tells me something, that's when I tell you, I reveal whatever it is that's being told. And right now I'm being told somebody's coming in. And I really believe they're going to share what they have with you, because if you look down at the Emperor, at his hand, look what he's holding. He's holding a piece of fruit. It almost looks like an apple, I would say. So whatever he has, and I say he because the Emperor is male in tarot, but the energy is just coming across as very masculine, very grounded, and coming towards someone, Libra, who is very giving, very sweet, very, has a lot of maturity and emotional intelligence. So that's the way they see you, Libra. Hi, someone, how are you doing? Twisha? I have no idea what that is, but okay. Lots of emotions. Lots of emotions. I feel, Libra, like some of the emotions that you're going to be feeling towards this person, you're not going to trust, because you're going to feel deeply for this person, and pretty quickly. And I want to say, sometimes it's okay to have those feelings of, I don't know, can I trust this? I don't know if this is too good to be true, or this feels like it's too soon, or you might feel that way, because it's going to feel very like when you're at home, like you feel at home with someone, like you feel very relaxed in that relationship. So it's going to be a good one. Don't tend to overanalyze, because right away you're coming out, and the sign right now, Libra, is, I'm putting up my sword because I don't believe they're BS. I don't believe it. It's malarkey. They just met me. How can they feel that way? Hey, when you know, you know. For some people, you can know them for years, and you think that there's something there because maybe you have felt something towards that person, and they never love you back. I'm sorry to say it that way. I do not sugarcoat my readings. Tell you the truth, even if it hurts. But this person that's coming in, you're gonna feel guarded. That's why the sword came up right away. It's like, whoop, stop, don't come near. But I really feel like the emotions that you're gonna feel towards this person, or even the thought of, should I give it a try? Should I give this person a try? I really feel like you're going to want to stop yourself for those that will heed advice, go with it. It's not going to hurt you. The old person coming back, they might hurt you. If they have not changed, they definitely will hurt you. It's like magic. I'm hearing it's like magic, because honestly, Libra, I'm gonna go out on a limb for some of you. You prayed for this. Remember, this is the title of this video: letting go of toxic relationships, dead-end relationships. And I feel like some of you have gotten to that point where you're ready to release, and you've asked the divine, okay, if I release this person, hi streams of life, how are you doing? I'm ready. I'm ready to release them. Yeah, it's gonna hurt like hell, or it has been hurting like hell, but I'm ready to heal. I don't want to continue on a merry-go-round. I don't know about you guys, because some of you guys are young to where you've never been on a merry-go-round. Maybe in your area they don't have them. But growing up, I enjoyed the merry-go-round for a certain amount of time. But when you're on and you're spinning and spinning and spinning, and you tend to look back or sideways, you get dizzy. You get dizzy. So it's been that way. Hi, Nix. You feel that way about, I don't know. I want a relationship, but I don't know. And look at the way this dog, which is, I guess, a coyote, it's domesticated in the wild together. But if you look at that coyote's face, he's like, and that's the way I feel that you feel, Libra, about letting new love in, because you feel like, if I let love in, to what cost? So you're going to tend to want to put a stop, a hand out, like not too close, not too fast, not sure if I'm ready to let you in. But you've been asking the divine, you've been telling the divine with the magician, poof, like magic, that person's gonna come into my life. And when they come into my life, or they have come into my life, because it's gonna feel like a surprise or a shock to you, am I really ready to let that person in? Do I really want this? And yeah, that's something you do have to ask yourself. But at the same time, if you told the divine, because I know some of you have, if I let this old person out of my life, if I finally let them go completely and release them because of their toxic traits towards me and in their own life, will you bring me the right one this time? I will want a new life with someone who's real, right? And so the divine hears you, is going to bring somebody for you, and you're going to not know what to do, because you're going to have feelings right away. You're going to feel mixed emotions, like this can't be real, happening too fast, this person can't like me like that, we're just friends. That's on you, Libra, because you asked the divine, and the divine just listen. That's the funny part about the divine. When we don't get what we want right away, we tend to feel like, you're not going to believe what the card is that I'm holding in my hand. Hi, David. How are you doing? You're going to feel like, nah, the divine's not listening to me. I'm just talking to myself when I get upset or angry and disillusioned, and they're not really listening. Oh, yeah, they are. They're always listening. They're always listening, and that's why, hi, Selena, that's why we always have to be careful what we're saying out loud. That's why I always advise my private clients, don't ever say I'm poor, I'm poor, I'm poor, I'm broke. Never use a term like that, because it'll come to pass. Or you'll stay in that status, because that's the energy you're drawing in. So the same thing with relationships. If you're asking the divine for a brand new relationship that's reciprocal, then don't say, oh gosh, nobody feels that way towards me. They can't feel that way towards me. Yes, they can. You just haven't had that lately, or maybe never, if you're someone that has never experienced someone who loves you as hard as you've loved in life. Okay, but it can happen. So just know that. And look what's coming. I'm telling you, if you release the toxic relationship, look what can come. So you already had the marriage card. You had the Hierophant was the first card out in your reading today. The first card out. So that's a guarantee that a marriage is on its way, a real relationship, a solid one. They already gave you the Knight of Coins, Libra. They've already told you this is real. It's concrete. Have you ever tried to move a Clydesdale horse? For those that may not know what a Clydesdale horse is, for us that are maybe 35 and over, we know what a Clydesdale horse is because the Budweiser commercials would come out and those big old horses that look like giants would be pulling the wagon from the Budweiser commercials, right? That is a Clydesdale horse. They're huge and they're slow, but they're huge and they're steady. And that's the whole purpose behind the Knight of Pentacles. He's on a Clydesdale. So he might be slow on coming to you. And when I say he, I'm talking about the Knight. Hi, is it Himani? How are you doing? Might be coming slow or might have taken a while to get to you because I do feel like it's finally coming towards you. But when it comes, it is, I want to say not a twin flame, but I do want to say a soulmate. It's going to be a really good connection, guys. So just be on the lookout for that. In other words, what is Spirit telling me to tell you about this connection? Before you put your hand out and say, stop right there, don't come any closer because I don't know if I trust you. Let it go. Let it flow, in other words, in a natural state. Hi, I don't know what that is because I think it's maybe either Hindi or Arabic, and I don't read that, but nice. I can, but not on this reading, but thank you for asking about the personal readings. I do in the description once this posts, and also through my channel, if you go into older videos, under the description, the more button, you will find all the information to get in touch with me for personal readings. So go with the flow. The natural flow of things means let it, allow it to progress the way it does naturally. And I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised because for it to go from the Hierophant, here it comes, and they're coming as the Emperor, meaning they own their power, they own their personal power, they mean what they're saying towards you. Libra, you're just not gonna, you're gonna feel overwhelmed because I don't think, and I'm not saying this to hurt anybody, I really believe this to be true. A lot of us have not experienced true love that's back and forth. They feel that way towards me. I feel exactly that way towards them. Maybe you have felt or experienced love where you feel that towards someone and you thought they were going to feel it for you or show it, and they never did. That's what I mean. So of course, you're not going to know how to react to somebody coming in that's real and not toxic because you're used to the toxic. Let's just, like I said, keep it real. You have the Fool card coming out. So not only do you have a brand spanking new relationship that could possibly blossom into marriage, because there's two cards diagonally, the Hierophant to the Two of Cups, already telling you this could blossom into a marriage if that's what you want. And the Fool card right next to it is a guaranteed new phase in life. Remember the toxic person, which this reading is all about? Yeah. But Libra, feel sorry for me. Libra, why are you leaving me? Libra, what do you mean you've given up on me, on us? Was there really an us? Like I said, I'm sorry I keep saying the same term, but I'm talking to the cross watcher. Was it really real? Was it ever really real? Why I have my glasses on at this point, I don't know. They're giants. Was it really ever real? Because for it to be real, people have to be steady. People have to want to be in their emotions. They have to want, this is the moon, they have to want to be in their emotions, be comfortable. And maybe they're not comfortable at first, but they grow into feeling a level of comfort and a level of security in the relationship with you. If you've never had somebody that relaxes into the relationship and actually forms a bond with you and is seeing you on the regular and makes sure that they're calling you, texting you, seeing you, going out with you, doing activities with you, that's not a real relationship. That is the term I despise the most in the last 4 years. That's a situationship, which is not the same. And that's the whole ideal behind releasing the toxic relationship so something real can manifest. But as soon as it's going to manifest, I promise you, for those that the love does reach you and you allow it in, no sooner are you going to allow the new love in and the toxic. Libra, let me back in your heart, Libra, because why are you leaving me behind? I feel you leaving. You left Libra behind a lot. And you didn't even realize that you were leaving Libra behind. Or maybe you did realize it and it was intentional. Oh yeah, that's the point. Making the heart grow fonder. Some people don't respond like that, cross watcher. Instead of allowing the heart to grow fonder because you disappear, you pull the red, putting people on red and leaving them there. They don't respond to you like that because that's not the way they were raised. That's not what they grew up seeing from their parents or their family. So they're not going to respond to you by going, oh, I miss my cross watcher. They're going to be like, what the hell is wrong with that Martha? And when I say Martha, I mean the MF word. What is wrong with that Martha? Why don't they call? Why don't they come by? Why all of a sudden it's like puff of smoke? They're nowhere to be found. But when they want me or they need me or want to talk, they're just blowing up my phone. They're knocking at my door. So again, if you're used to the toxicity, you might go backwards. I'm just saying, because somebody will feel some kind of way. Oh, Libra, you're actually going to do that? You're actually going there? You're going to go out? You're going to leave me behind? No, we're not leaving behind what we never had. I'm just saying. Okay, so you will have an offer from that person too, the toxic person. Toxic person is going to come back because you can't have a new love, Libra. How dare you? So expect messages. You have the Page of Wands there. But Libra, give me another chance, Libra. And we all know the Sun is a beautiful card. It's the most beautiful card in the deck, as per many tarot readers. It is. I've seen better. But it's a beautiful card, to be sure. You went from let me show you the parallels. For marriage possibilities for you guys, Libras, air signs, you went from Hierophant to Two of Cups to the full, guaranteed. Some of you will be married. Some of you will be married from now to 6 months from now. Then you go from the Moon to the Sun. Day and night. One is filled with sunshine. Sun is happy. Sun gives you positive vibes. The Moon, some things are hidden. Some things are lies. Emotion can become enraged with temper tantrums. Be careful. Or even false flattery. False flattery. But I love you, Libra. Really? You're going to go with someone else? You're going to start a relationship? You started seeing someone else, Libra? When you know I'm in love with you? Dude, you've never said you're in love. Why are you saying it now? So remember, I've been told, and you guys can correct me, you males out there can correct me. I've been told by males that a male doesn't want what another male does not want. So if another male, I'm using the female Libras right now as an example. So if another male wants you, Libra females, then your male will come back because they want to, suddenly, that's my territory. Really? It shouldn't work that way. You should love people because you're in love, period. You shouldn't need someone to come and try to make the Libra happy to suddenly feel like, oh, now I can make the Libra happy. F that. That's for the birds, son. So, telling you, You are being seen as a ray of sunshine, both the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands. And there's a newness. Let's renew this. I don't want to be in a toxic relationship. Do you? Because if they're toxic like this, Libra, then this is the question I want you asking yourself today, and the question Spirit is asking me to ask you. How long were you happy? How long, when you were with them, were you happy before you felt like this again? I bet you it was, I'm hot, I'm on fire, I'm on top of the world. Man, I feel really miserable. I feel depression. I feel unloved. I feel abandoned. What did I do wrong? Why isn't this person calling? Why all of a sudden they're ghosting me? So it was either a real big high or a real big letdown. Because you always, in the beginning even, you probably started wondering, what am I doing wrong? Why do they treat me like they're coming near to me and they love me, they're in love with me, they're super affectionate, and then they ghost me? What am I doing? And do I stink? Do I not have enough money? Do I not dress the way they want me to look? What is it that pulls them towards me and then repels them away from me? So figure that out, because again, this reading is about toxic relationships, and just because you pull away from them and they come back and say, but Libra, I do want you. I love you, Libra. I love you. Why don't you know that, Libra? You know I told you, or you know you feel that I love you. No, that has to be a steady type of relationship, a steady type of energy, vibes that you get from them, words that concrete that make that so, and spending time together, doing activities other than sex. Sorry to be bold, but we are an adult channel. So again, be careful, Libra, because they may come back offering you the world because you're about to be swept off your feet if you're female, or very, very taken and smitten by a female if you're a male. But new love is on its way. I don't think you're going to want to trust it because you don't have anything to compare it to except toxic waste over here. And even that has labels, right? Toxic waste. Be careful. Warning, right? So be careful, guys. You have the Star card coming out. You have the Star card coming out. Right now, your vibes are very high, Libra, and that's been coming out through the majority of your readings. So do you want to give your star energy away? Do you really want to invest in something that, I'm just going to use that card for an example, but I will try to cover little goodies up. I always use the example of using a bucket, going to the lake or river, filling that bucket, but by the time you get to your house with the water to wash your dishes or whatever, you know, in the old days they didn't have indoor plumbing. You have no water left in the bucket. So again, using this star energy, which are wishes to come true. So my question is, do you really want to use your power or gifts, wishes from the universe to throw away on someone who's not changing? Because it's going to be wasted, is what I'm saying. That's what I'm hearing from Spirit. Your energy, your positive energy, your hard work, for some of you that have done the inner work, the inner healing, and are ready to let go of that toxic energy, toxic relationship that you're in. And again, it doesn't only have to be or done with a relationship that's romantic. It can be toxic family ties, toxic friendship ties, toxic boyfriend, girlfriend, toxic marriage. You get it. Toxic work environment, whatever it is. But it's time to let it go so something positive and new comes in. So let's see what the Oracle cards have to tell us. Let's start with the Earth Wisdom, okay? And it's Murtaza, how are you? Thank you so much for coming. Let's see what they have to tell us. Blessed sight. Blessed sight. I'm going to go further and I'm going to say blessed hindsight. So what do I mean by blessed hindsight? When you're forewarned, then you know that you can avoid this toxic person again. You can avoid the toxic entanglements again. Because after all, do they have more to teach you? And that's the other thing that Spirit just asked me to ask you. Do you have anything else that you need to learn from the toxic person that you're trying to leave behind? Do you? Because if you do, then some of you are going to choose to take that person back and entangle yourself with that energy again. And it's possibly going to end bad all over again. But there's no right or wrong because you have free will. So some of you, oh my gosh, some of you are literally going to go through it again. And the reason you're going to do that is because you still haven't learned. There's something else you have to learn from this person. So until you learn that this is an ouchie to my heart, this does not feel good, no matter how many times I release that person and they come back. I release that person and they come back. They don't come back fully changed, fully healed, fully willing or wanting to do right by me. So if you have to go through that life lesson again, I'm not here to judge you. I'm just here to tell you it might hurt. So again, hindsight, and now they're telling you awareness. So they are trying to forewarn you, Libra, with the Hermit, the blessed sight, which is what I have, the second sight, the old folks used to call it, which is being able to see beyond the veil or beyond the everyday, oh, I see a wall, whatever. I see green. So just be careful and know that if you do embark again into a journey with this person that's toxic, you may very well get hurt. I don't know what Fariel means. I have no idea, but nonetheless. Hi, Divine Mystery. That is a beautiful hashtag or your name. I call them my handle. There's transformation coming, guys. And that's what divine, that's what Spirit is trying to bring into your life. Especially with this person coming in to offer you a big relationship. My gosh. That's a gift from the divine. And look, there's some moon on here too. Remember I brought up the moon? There's moons right there on both cards. So there are hidden things, but I don't think these are negative or bad things per se. There are hidden aspects of your life that are going to unfold you're not aware of yet. And you may miss out on them if you go back to this. Again, your choice. Divine light. Divine light. The divine is trying to help you. They're trying to lead you. Practical intuition. I'm telling you, if those cards are not a sign from God telling you, hey, here's your guardian angel. Hey, here are the archangels of light. Hey, sometimes when you guys are going to either laugh or freak out on me. There's been 3 times in my life where I'm not listening. I'm not listening to hear a message or what you guys have to understand. Hi, is it Tush Harika? How are you doing? Panka, how are you? Pankash, how are you? I'm not listening because I don't always have my antenna up, guys. Even though we do what we do, we know how to do it, or it comes naturally. I too can sometimes ignore, hey, I'm talking to you, nudges from the universe, from God. And so when I really don't listen and they want to tell me something, and sometimes it is literally a foreboding, a forewarning. If they know, hey, you're not listening, they shout out my name out loud where I can hear with my human ears, my human hearing, and it freaks the crap out of me because, well, it shakes you, right? It's out of the blue, nobody's around, everything's quiet, and all of a sudden you hear your name shouted at you. You know that means that you're not paying attention and the divine is trying to talk to you. So again, that's what I'm getting here, is the divine is throwing all of these signs at you today through these cards. Hi, Megana. I think that's the way you say your name. If I didn't pronounce that correctly, please forgive me. And they're showing you, you've got more wisdom, you've got more light, you've got more hindsight, you've got the sacred gift of sight. And if you don't have it, that's okay. Guess what? You watch people like me that are trying to say, hey, maybe you don't want to go that route this time, because didn't your little angel wings get burned by this person enough? Hi, Mr. Ed. Didn't they already, your poor little angel wings, the tips are already charred from this person being so toxic. And, but this time, hey, it doesn't have to be that way. It can be different. Yeah, it reminds me of Billy Madison. Remember when he tells the teacher, this can be our milk? I'm just saying, that came to my head. I know I'm cuckoo. All of a sudden, that's what came to my head. But this could be our milk? No, this will never be our milk, the teacher tells Billy Madison. That's what I feel like. This is like, yeah, but hey, Libra, come on, Libra, come on. You know I love you. No, I don't know. That's the problem. You treat me like you don't love me. So if you're toxic, how is that telling me or teaching me or showing me I'm supposed to stay with you? The Sound of Nature, how are you doing? So again, Libra, that is your choice, but that's what I'm seeing. So we're moving on to the Everyday Witch Oracle, and let's see what they tell us. You're not going to believe this. I'm not even believing this. Where's my card? Hold on. I wish I could get closer. Both of them, if you look into the camera, they say transformation. So, I gotta take a breath with that one. Transformation and change, and the other one says transformation. The divine is trying to steer you in another direction and give you a life of joy and happiness, but it's your choice. Hi, honey, how are you, Shell? So again, I can guide you, I can advise you, but you are your own person and your own best friend. Meditation for clarity. Some of you need to sit by yourself in quiet contemplation. If you don't meditate or don't know how or don't like to meditate, I would at least take a couple of minutes out of your day to do the meditation. Before we close today, there is something that Spirit brought to my attention. So this is a great segue for me to work on with you before we go. I would like for us to do a small, not necessarily meditation, but an intention of manifestation. So this is what I'm going to say. For those that want to join in, great. If you don't want to, don't do it. Just watch. Not gonna, it's not gonna cost you anything, and it's not gonna hurt you. So for those that want to join in, since we're all together here, remember what the Bible says, where two or more are gathered in my name, so shall I be. So right now, the only thing I want you to do is one life goal or dream that you want to come to pass. It has to help you and one other person in a positive way. So either it's going to help someone, you want to go work at an orphanage, or you'd love the love of your life to finally come into your life, and it's going to be positive for them and positive for you because it's true love. Something like that. You want a new job, you need a new car. But if you're asking for, like, I want a diamond ring because I just need to have a big old rock, or I need to have a mansion and all you really need is maybe a 2 or 3 bedroom house. You get it? So let's go ahead and concentrate on what it is we're going to work on tonight. And then I'll give you a couple of minutes, and then when we're ready, then we'll start working that energy, okay? So that we can manifest that correctly and truly into your life. So I'm going to give you a couple of minutes. Thank you again, Shell, for showing up. I really appreciate you. And yes, it's okay that you don't show up, right on time. Not everybody has my schedule, and honestly, I don't even have my schedule. I tend to do a lot of improvs because sometimes it's easier for me nowadays to be doing that, since my schedule has been really, really saturated by other things. Like for the last, today is Thursday, so for the last 4 days, on Monday I was asked, hey, do you want to train someone? So that's what I've been doing. And while I'm training, and hi Satyam, who I'm training is not picking the work up very well or fast, so she's slowing me down, and yet I still have metrics that I have to meet for my production. So I've been coming in earlier and I've been staying later. So it's been a hard week, but I'm here, and I love you guys, so I don't mind that at all. Okay guys, hi artists. So no honey, because then I would have to get into the Romani, and I'd have to get into the Jews and the Holocaust that we were also involved in as Romani. So no, that is not a place. This is not a place for that. Hi Serenity, how are you doing? If they have demons, you shouldn't be here, Serenity, is all I'm saying to you. You might want to think of maybe leaving this particular forum, this channel, because I wouldn't want to give you my demons, okay? With all kidding aside, guys, let's begin. So I'm sure that you've had enough time to pick one dream, one goal that you want to work on, okay? And what did I say about that? What did I say in reference to if you want to get married and that's something that really, really is important to you? This is a good time. This is a good time. Oh, thank you. Yeah, he wanted to give me the keys. I'll tell him you said so, Shell. I'm sure he'll be thrilled tomorrow when I see him at work. Hi, Amoni. So what we're doing, in case you didn't catch it, Amoni, we're going to be working on one goal or one dream that we want to manifest in our life. So here's what I want you to do, and you can do this or you can just sit there. I can't see whether you're doing it or not. Again, this is not a force. You're going to be forced to do any of this. If you want to do it, you should be quietly in your home, or if the person that's with you is there with you watching me as well, please make sure that they're working with you energy-wise and not just sitting there looking at you and talking to you, because it's going to disturb your peace and your concentration. So let us begin. The first thing we want to do is, again, follow the steps that I'm telling you or don't. It's up to you. Hi, Julie. How are you doing? So I want you to close your eyes if you're so inclined to do. And I want you to think about that one goal that you're looking at that you really want to manifest in your life, okay? And what we're going to do is start working the energy. It's not magic, it's energy. We're projecting our own personal energy into what we want. So this is a good time, Julie. If you want to ask that for your one thing that you're looking at, then maybe you don't want to go back if they've already cheated on you twice. I'm just saying, because it is a toxic release, but that's your choice, my dear. So close your eyes, and we're going to take 3 minutes to do this meditation, or if you don't want to call it that, energy manifestation, okay? And I've got the timer so I can see. So once you have your eyes closed, and it does work better when you have your eyes closed so you can concentrate, I want you to imagine that you have a huge monitor on your left. You're going to have one to your left, you're going to have one in the middle, and you're going to have one on the right. So the first thing that I need you to do is remove that one thing that you want from your mind and project it onto your first monitor on the left, so that the energy can start being manifest. And I want you I want you to add some more things to that manifestation. Okay? I want you to give details. How do you see it coming to you? Do you want it just to come from the divine and you don't care how it comes? Do you wish for it to come in a certain way, a certain time frame? Do you need it now? Do you need it later? Or you just don't even care? You just want it to come. Okay? So now I want you to move to your second screen. So just move your little imagination over to your second screen. Okay? Now I want you to start taking it and molding it, giving it form. Give it form. Whatever it is that you're manifesting, that you want to manifest, give it form. If it's something that is new love, don't give it a face because you don't know who or who she or he looks like. So let the divine bring them, but tell them all the aspects you want. For one, if you don't want somebody with toxic traits, because we're trying to remove that from our life, then tell the divine that you don't, not that you don't want somebody like that, but that you want them to bring someone who is not an addict or an ex-addict. How are you doing, Durga? That maybe it's not someone that curses if you don't like people that curse, and doesn't smoke, etc. If you're asking for a person. But if it's a thing, an object, then ask with greater detail. Imagine what it is that you want it to look like and start building it, okay? Let's take a moment for that. Okay, for those of you that are finished with your manifestation, you can start moving it to your last screen on the right. For those that are not finished, let's take another minute. Okay, work on that. All right, so you should be finished, and I want you to enjoy. Hi, Dr. Is it Snorkel? That's funny. Hi, Natalie. So I want you to enjoy it, and I want you to keep working that energy, and sometime in the next 2 weeks, we'll come back and work some more on that energy. So the purpose of us coming together and working on these goals and dreams that we want independently, personally for ourselves, is we're all here together in connectivity and adding to each other's energy in a positive way. I'm lending you my energy, you're lending me your energy, and we're building something beautiful that's unique and only for us. But we're still brothers and sisters lending energy to each other. So we'll come back again and we'll do some more. But for now, let's keep manifesting on that same goal so that we can generate more and more and more positive energy. And in closing, I would like for, if you want to close your eyes, if not, same concept of work that we're doing right now, energy-wise, I want you to first spread beautiful, positive healing, okay? Beautiful, positive healing energy, blessings, and fertility, abundance for your home, for yourself, for your family, for your dogs, your cats, your children, your extended family. Then go out to your neighbors, even if you don't like them. It's peaceful in your neighborhood concept. So spread the love out that way. Go out further to your city and other neighborhoods. go out to your state and into the universe. I love you guys. We'll see each other again. My clicker never works, so if it does, great. And if not, you're going to see me get up, and it's not a problem. We will come together again, let's say, possibly, I would say Sunday, because I may have to work Saturday. But nonetheless, this has been your reading, and my loves, I cannot tell you, confirmation, I cannot tell you which one to pick, but in one hand, I hold a really beautiful future for you. Hi, givers and takers. Thank you for joining. Hi, Trinity. And in the other, some more misery from the toxic person, because if they refuse to heal, Libra, they're only going to make your life the same way that theirs is, which is a misery too. Remember that saying, misery loves company. Oh, well, have a happy Thanksgiving, Michelle, if you live in Canada. It's important to give thanks for everything, even when you think you don't have or you don't have enough. Remember, my friends, there's always someone that has even less. And winter is coming, and some of those people literally live on the street here in New Hampshire and carry everything in a shopping cart that they own. So let's give thanks for what we do have, and let's make room. Hi, India. And let's make room for what we don't yet have, but it's on its way because we're manifesting it. Love and light, guys. Let's try the clicker anyway. If it doesn't work, I will get up. Bye, guys. Like I said, it never works. I love you.